My internet died. Interesting. My internet stopped, but only temporarily. Um, yeah, I am back. I will. I'm going to refund KO his points, but I am also going to do the hydrate. I feel like it's only fair. Because I'm gonna hydrate off screen for now. Oh, I marked it as complete. Never mind. Sorry, KO. I'm definitely gonna do it. Let's go back into our thing. You'll see my model moving. Oh, my ad is about to start. Look at that. It tells me. There, we're gonna snooze that. Cool. All right, I did 2 hydrates. I think I'm gonna take a break from Cult of the Lamb and move on to Danganronpa for a little while. Stone Mine has run out of stuff. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do that. Wow, rude. Oh, I didn't want to do that at all. Oh. Yes? Leader, my brother and I traveling together through Darkwood when we were separated. Yeah, okay. Alright. So yeah, I'm going to... Let's pause the game. Let's save. Alright, so I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go refill my tea, and then I'm going to switch over to Danganronpa. So let's BRB, change our stream info. And going to go Danganronpa E3. And no spoilers tag. Done. Okay, so yeah, I will be right back. Put on little. Change your outfit. The game might be a little bit loud. Oh, we just hit an ad. Interesting. I think the 5 minutes was up on the ads. Okay. Transition. Why is the game not showing up? Ah, it's because I forgot to do the thing. There we go. So we're gonna load our game. So yeah, we're still in daily life. Mint tea. Continue. Yes. So, we're in the computer program. We were told to go check out the mansion. There's a mountain of books and posters and what looks like Christmas decorations. Was this meant to hide the secret of the outside world? That's something Monokuma would do. Yeah, I'm already tired. Shuichi, if you want to help, don't hold back, okay? Ah, I was just taking a look around. I'll go investigate the mansion. Sure is messy in here. There's not. Alright, same thing. Oh, Kibo said something this time. Oops. Kibo said, Shuichi, we'll take care of searching around the chapel. I'll show you that I'm leagues apart from those household cleaning robots. Roombas? I suppose it makes sense for a chapel to have an organ. Kaede probably could have played the organ well too. Probably. I mean, what is an organ but a big piano? And she is the ultimate pianist. Did everyone cross the bridge? Okay then, let's head to the mansion together. Whoops, my hand slipped. What are you doing? I just came to see you guys off, and my hand accidentally slipped. That was obviously on purpose. It wasn't on purpose at all. It was an accident. You keep talking shit like that, you only attract ugly bitches. Do you want to spend the rest of your life surrounded by ugly bitches, dumbass? That's not even an insult. I'm famous for attracting ugly people. What are they fighting about? I've met a lot of people up till now, but I've never met someone so messed up. Seriously, that girl is so much trouble. Oh, sorry. There was one more person here. What are the people in the chapel going to do? Now they have no way to get across. Oh, you're right. You can only log out from the saloon in the mansion. Well, maybe Miu can fix it later. Let's just get to the mansion already. We'll deal with them later. First, we gotta find the secret of the outside world. The secret of the outside world. I can't imagine what it could be. All I can do is hope that it means a way out. Alright, so we're supposed to search the inside of the mansion? Gonta and Kaito are gonna check out the mansions surrounding and rooftop. I'll go to the salon. So can the plain pair Tsumugi and Shuichi Go plainly search the dining hall and kitchen? Sorry, Shuichi, it's my fault you got plain paired with me. But everyone knows that the plain pair is just plain dangerous. Ah, I don't know about that. Gonta go now. It's surprisingly cold out there, so be careful. You should come back here to warm up. Thank you, but Gonta okay. Gonta not smart enough to get sick. Someone who isn't smart wouldn't want to save everyone. They'd only think of themselves. Oh, thank you. Okay, let's stop the fun chit-chat and go looking for the secret of the outside world. But we don't know what's waiting for us, so we gotta be very careful, okay? Alright, we'll start searching too. Yeah, I want to hurry and find the secret of the outside world so we can go back. I want to go back to my real body. Well, these avatars aren't that bad, you know? Huh? These avatars? Just kidding, it's a joke. I'm just joking. I'm gonna go check out the rooftop. You guys better not slack off. Like the Pokemon? Gonta, go now too. Okay, bye Gonta. Shuichi, we should go too. Yeah, let's go. Did we talk to the clock already? Strange clock. No, it can't be. Yeah, we did talk to that clock. Okay, gotta go to the dining hall. So I'll check the dining room. Can you please check the kitchen, Shuichi? Alright, the kitchen's over there. Dishes of various sizes. Why did Monokuma prepare all of these? But in any case, this isn't the secret of the outside world. What's wrong? I'm going to check the dining room. You're right, sorry. I'll investigate the kitchen now. Sure won't. This chest is well made, and the candles are certainly impressive. But this isn't the secret of the outside world. Hey, Shuichi, are you the type of person who admires good craftsmanship? Ah, no, not really. I'll investigate the kitchen now. These glasses look pretty expensive, but this isn't the secret of the outside world. Huh? Was there something that caught your eye? I'll check the dining room, but... No, it's nothing. I'll investigate the kitchen now. I know we're supposed to be searching for the secret of the outside world, but what is it? An object? Something else entirely? I suppose I should search everywhere, look for anything suspicious. I searched every nook and cranny in the kitchen, but... I looked everywhere, but I didn't find anything suspicious. Perhaps I missed something. I'll look one more time. But it was a waste of time. I found nothing. It's been a while, but I can't find anything. If I haven't found anything, even after all this, it can't be in the kitchen. What should I do now? Search somewhere else? How'd your search go, Shuichi? I didn't find anything. How about you? The same. I checked every corner, but I didn't find a thing. I'm starting to wonder if there's even something actually hiding here. Was Monokuma just lying? The way Monokuma was talking certainly was suspicious. Well, Monokuma, did you prepare some sort of bait for us? Oh, bait? Yeah, of course I have. Is your curiosity piqued? Then you have no choice but to go. Yeah, we want to know, so we'll definitely go. It was Kokichi who was steering the conversation. But why would he even do that? Oh, by the way, there's something that's been bothering me. Huh? Something bothering you? Yeah, it might not have been just it might have just been my imagination, but there's a small window in the dining room. Maybe 10 minutes ago I looked through it, and I thought I saw Miyu. You saw Miyu? But she should be in the chapel. And the bridge fell, so she shouldn't be able to get over here, right? That's why I thought it was just my imagination, but I figured I should say something. Bang. Oof. Ah. What? What was that sound? It sounded as if something was struck very hard. It came from outside, but... Tsumugi, let's go look. Yeah. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. So wait, are we plainly paired up with Tsumugi for this investigation? Nothing in the entrance hall. Something outside, perhaps? Maybe that sound was something falling off the roof? But the person on the roof is... For now, let's go outside and check... Oh, no. What? That was Kibo's voice, right? I think I heard him outside. He sounded close. But Kibo should be in the chapel. Why? Anyway, let's go outside. It'll be faster to see it for ourselves. Right. Oh no, poor Gonta. Guys, is Gonta gonna be dead? Oh, Gonta's alive. Oh my god, good. Oh, Shuichi and Tsumugi. Gonta, did you see Kibo around here? No, Gonta not see him. Huh? You didn't? But I heard his voice close by. Then, did something fall off the roof? You heard that loud noise, right? Oh, Gonta hear noise, but Gonta not see anything. Huh? What did that mean? I thought I heard the sound and Kibo's voice close by, but Gonta didn't see anything? And what about Kaito? He should have heard that from the roof. You would have to run over here right away. What's going on? Hey, Shuichi, what does all this mean? Such strange occurrences. Alright, my talent is solving mysteries. That's what I'm going to do. We need to figure out why Kibo screamed. Let's head to the chapel. Something might have happened there. Yeah, you're right. Shuichi, perfect timing. Is there anything over there that can serve as a bridge? Huh? Kibo's over there? Then what was that shouting I heard earlier? Hey, we should hurry up and find something else to replace the bridge with. Yeah, we might be able to make it in time. Make it in time? What do you mean? What happened? Why are you guys making such a scene? Kokichi? I didn't see anyone in the dining room, so I went to look for you guys. Looks like everyone's in trouble now that Miyu's dropped the bridge. This is no time for laughter. We need to find a replacement bridge. Oh, but the bridge is over here, you know? What? Come on, over here. Anyway, let's go. Kokichi told us, so now I'm worried. Let's just wait and see what happens. Oh, he was not lying. See, the signboard stuck on the boulder is the same one Miyu dropped, right? You're right, it got swept all the way here. Leave it to Gonta. Gonta just needs to carry signboard. Now that that's dealt with, let's head back to where everyone else is. So it Pac-Man'd all the way around. Are they back yet? Oh, they're here. So Gonta just need to put board over river? But board is so thin. Will it be okay? What if board breaks this time? It may be thin, but it's made of sturdy wood. So can you just hurry up and put the bridge down? Oh, okay, got it. What's wrong? What happened over there? I'll explain later, but we need to log out right now. Log out? Huh? Where's Miyu? Something happened to her. What do you mean? We're not sure, but her avatar isn't moving. Maybe something happened in the real world that's preventing her from moving it. This looks real bad, guys. Okay, let's head to the saloon and log out ASAP. Hey, where's Kaito? Ah, Kaito. I don't know. I ran here as fast as I could. I didn't check the roof. You didn't even bother going to the roof to get him? You're colder than I thought. Huh? Shuichi, let's hurry. So wait, should I check the roof? Or should I log out? I mean, Makiro's checking the roof for me, right? Oh. Maki, did you check the rooftop? He wasn't there. He wasn't there? No one was on the roof. I tried calling for him, but there was no answer. Where did he go? He probably logged out first by himself. But don't worry, he's stupid enough to get himself killed. But I know he won't really die. Oh. I suppose that's true. I don't have to worry about him. I have to hurry and log out. I have to check on Miyu. Hold on, Shuichi. We can only log out one person at a time. Gonta have next turn. So Gonta just say his name and phone, and someone come get him? Who cares? Just do it already. Gonta Gokuharu. He disappeared. That's what logging out looks like. So the avatars disappear when we log out. But Miyu's avatar is still here and unmoving, right? What does that mean? Anyway, let's hurry and go back. Tsumugi Shirogane. Oh, Shuichi, you can log out before me. I'm sure your detective intuition's kicking in, right? So go ahead. I don't trust him. No. Kokichi, you go first. Don't be shy, go ahead. Oh, so you're actually going first? I was kidding, but no, seriously, go ahead. Oh, Kokichi, I don't trust you in here alone. Oh, wait, now that we're alone, I want to tell you something. What is it? You're really useful. Huh? So how about you stop hanging out with that dumb old Kaito and be my friend instead? I think I can be useful to you too, you know? I can help you save everyone. And you want to save everyone, right? Shuichi Saihara. Oh, I got rejected, but I won't give up that easily. When I find someone I like, I'd do anything to get them to notice me, even strangle them. Oh. When I opened my eyes, I could see only black. I was logged out. The helmet on my head was blocking my vision. When I realized that, I quickly reached up to grab the helmet and pulled it off. But when I did, a nauseating sight was waiting for me. He is dead. Kaito's dead. It's Miyu. Was she strangled? Miyu's cold, dead body. Live and let the languid world live. Deadly love. Daybreak. The sun had risen while we were inside the virtual world. Ding dong ding dong dong ding. A body has been discovered. Everyone, please report to the computer room. Wait, you're already here? Wow, I get to bring you the body discovery announcement alive. Woo, doing it live is great. Better than beer and fucking. See, the joke is that they're bears. Huh? Daddy, have you always had such a potty mouth? I was holding back because we had one vulgar cast member, but now it's my turn to shine. Thankfully, I'm adorable, so I can get away with saying all kinds of crude stuff. Yay, I finally get to be a foul-mouthed asshole. What a vulgar last word. What's wrong, Monotaro? You're just staring blankly at the body. Staring at the body? Blah, 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 blah. Mommy. We barely heard the announcement as we stared at Miyu, dumbfounded. We just stared at Miyu's corpse. It's terrible. Why did it end up like this? Miyu. Why? What's going on? Why was Miyu killed? Gonta not understand either. Miyu like this when Gonta wake up. Hey, what's going on? Why'd this happen? Well, obviously a murder happened. Murder? What you mean? Did something happen while Gonta sleep? We weren't asleep, and that wasn't a dream. We were in the virtual world. Hey, where's Kaito? That's right, Kaito. Almost as if on cue, we heard footsteps running down the hallway, the sound growing louder until the door burst open. Hey, what's this all about? What was that body discovery announced? What? Miyu? What the hell's going on here? You're too late, okay? All the others finished gasping in terror already. But anyway, where were you this whole time, Kaito? What were you doing? I was just taking a nap. Taking a nap? You were sleeping? Gonta was sleeping too. Had strange dream. Gonta not understand anything. As I said, that was the virtual world. So, you logged out by yourself and then took a nap. Without our permission? I suddenly got logged out. Before I realized that I was back here. You were logged out involuntarily? Yeah, I didn't know if it was okay to log back in, so I went back to my room and slept. And when the body discovery announcement woke me up, I rushed over here. Hey, Kaito, if you're gonna lie, then you might as well do it better. You think you can make the killing game more exciting than a crappy lie like that? It's not a lie. I really was sleeping. Hold on a minute. We can discuss whether or not that's a lie later. What we need to do right now is begin the investigation. We need to discover who killed Miu. You seem ready. Well, of course you are. One of your dear friends was killed, so it's finally time for you to shine. Explain it however you'd like, Kokichi. The fact is, if we don't find out who the culprit is, we'll all be executed. But I won't let that happen. I'll find the culprit so we can all survive. Even if the culprit is Kaito? Huh? What? Now, please save your arguments for the class trial. In the meantime... Ta-da! The Monokuma file. With this, you can even investigate up Miu's asshole. Huh? Even there? Well then, do your best. I'm certain you guys will make this turn of events very interesting, asshole. Daddy seems to really be enjoying that dirty word. Mommy. Okay, everyone, let's do this. I'll find the culprit this time no matter what. What are you being so cheery about? Huh? What are you sad about? You guys hated her. Not as much as you hated me, but still. That's not the issue. Of course I thought she was loud and annoying, but... I never wanted her to die. I wanted us all to escape together. Miu was certainly brash and spirited, but she wasn't a bad person. Believe me, I had her perform maintenance on my body, so I know. I know very well. I want to cry, but I can't. I should have had Miu install a crying function. Huh? Wouldn't your tears cause you to short circuit? Not at all. My body is completely waterproof. This isn't the time for that. Ugh. Gonta no can forgive this. Gonta never forgive this. Never forgive culprit either. But Gonta never forgive self. Gonta swear to protect everyone, but Gonta failed to protect Miu. Gonta no could protect anyone again. Gonta is failure as gentleman. I'm so tired of this awful feeling. I have to do something. I can't let this... Shuichi, don't carry the burden all by yourself. Huh? You're my sidekick. Don't forget. We're gonna do it together. If we work together, we can solve this. No way, Jose. What? Shuichi is the most reliable person in a class trial, you know? Why would we let such an important person work together with a suspect like you? Suspect? You're saying that if I was the culprit, Shuichi would hide the truth to protect me? Bullshit. Don't underestimate Shuichi. Even if I was the culprit, he's the type of guy that sees through things. But remember Kaede's class trial? He saw through that, didn't he? I believe in Shuichi. Kaito. You love to believe, don't you, Kaito? But that belief can turn against you, especially in this killing game, you know? I've got no idea what you're talking about. I don't get it at all. Fine, if you're gonna get all worked up about it, then me and Shuichi won't team up. But don't worry, it's just for now. But hearing him say all that, I can't stay quiet. That said, try to get through this on your own. Clear me of suspicion with your own power. If you can be cleared. I don't like this at all. It feels like another one of Kokichi's tricks. Of course, this is Kaito we're talking about. Nothing I can say could change his mind. Regardless, there's only one thing I can do. I can't be afraid. I can't get lost now. In order to protect everyone, I have to do something. I have to do something. First, I should check the Monokuma file. The victim is the ultimate inventor, Miu Iruma. The body was discovered on the computer room on the 4th floor. Approximate time of death is 6:30 a.m. There are no external wounds on the body. No external wounds. Killed around 6:30 in the morning? Time of death happened 30 minutes before now, while we were still in the virtual world. Kokichi, what do you mean? What do you want? You don't have to be so wary of me. It's not like I'm gonna get in your way, Shuichi. It's just, I hate lies so much that I tend to suspect others a lot. Kaito said he wouldn't team up with you for this case, but I can't trust those words. That's why I'm keeping an eye out, just in case he tries to bother you. Keeping an eye out? Don't take it the wrong way, though. I'm not trying to replace Kaito as your partner, okay? But I'll help you as much as I can. So where are you gonna investigate now? What is he up to? Why is he following me? I keep trying to tolerate Kokichi, but he keeps giving me reasons to hate him. You know, it's the opposite. He's growing on me, you know? At first I was like, yeah, I get it. Like, I get why people like Kokichi. Now I'm like, you know what? I kind of like Kokichi. He's a little shit stir. Alright, so let's look at the computer first. From what the time of death indicated in the Monokuma file, Miyu was killed while we were still in the virtual world. This is the device we wore on our heads to enter the virtual world. Some helmets still have their cords plugged in, others have them removed. I'm positive they were unplugged after logging out. Ah, that's it, the cords. We were supposed to plug the two cords from the computer into our helmets. With Miyu dead, we're safe from TOS violation shows. No, Monokuma took up that mantle. The red for consciousness, the blue for memory. If you got those mixed up... Out of curiosity, what happens if you switch the cords? I don't know. I've never done that before. It probably gets all glitchy or something. Maybe you'll become a vegetable. Maybe you'll body swap with someone. Who knows? Glitch. Device instructions. Small bottle. Huh? There's something on the seat. It's a small bottle. I feel as though I've seen this before. This is yours, right, Shuichi? Mine? No, I guess it's not yours, but it is from your lab. Ah, that's right. This was in the Ultimate Detective's lab. Yeah, it's that poison. So you know about this, Kokichi. Of course, because I already checked it. We are in a killing game, you know? Out of the remaining characters, who do you think might be Monokuma's puppeteer in this game? Monokuma's puppeteer. I doubt it's Kaito. Honestly, Gonta would be the best, the best fucking twist of all. It can't be Kokichi. That would be way too obvious. Could be Kibo. They are both robots. I don't think it's Himiko. I doubt it's Maki as well. And it could be Tsumugi because, again, she hasn't really done anything. She, hasn't mattered at all. So I'm saying it's probably Gonta, Kibo, or Tsumugi. If there's poison and tricks prepared, then of course I'd investigate them ASAP. Is that... Oh, it's not so I can use them. I can check in case someone else uses them. Is that really true? By the way, did you see the label on the back of this bottle? The label? According to the warnings here, this poison is pretty lethal. It becomes neutralized once it's mixed, so it has to be taken directly. But when it's taken directly, the victim will immediately die, even if they only take a sip. Only if they sip a bit. Which means if you can get the victim's mouth open, you can kill them instantly. Remember, we can't rule out the possibility of it being the player character. Yeah, obviously. It could be Shuichi, but I don't think it is. I don't think they would pull it twice. So I didn't even consider it to be Shuichi. Actually, no, it wouldn't be Shuichi. It would only be Shuichi if it was like him before everything happened. Although it could be someone we saw die. I mean, I doubt it's any of the dead people. It's me. It's gotta be me. Yeah, the only dead person that I would say is sus is Rantaro. Although Kurumi, no, because her she was executed. I don't think it was anyone that was executed because we watched it happen. I don't know. I can't imagine a better method of killing someone who's logged in. By the way, I should tell you what symptoms this poison causes. Fair point. I mean, we thought Junko died. Yeah, exactly. That was the whole point. That's why I had to look at them. But at the same time, I don't think it's any of them that died. Except for maybe Rentaro. But again, you know, he was probably actually killed by K80's plan. It causes a small blood vessel under the conjunctiva to explode, which makes the whites of your eyes turn blood red. Bloodshot eyes. That's important information. Well, that's everything about this poison. Am I doing a good job? Maybe it's time you acknowledge me as your partner. I thought I remember saying you didn't want to be my partner. Huh? Did I? Well, sometimes I lie without thinking about it. Seriously. Anyway, who brought this poison? You think the culprit did it? Who brought the poison? I can't be certain yet. If Rantaro was the mastermind, he wouldn't offer the information that killing the mastermind would end the game. I mean, he didn't offer that information. It was Shuichi that offered the information. Or, like, Kaede thought about it. He didn't actually... Because Rantaro never mentioned a mastermind. Plus, I believe that he was lured into the thing by the mastermind. Whoever it is. But then again, we all could be a part of it. In the past, before we lost all our memories, every single one of us could have agreed to do the killing game, which is what I believe. I believe everyone agreed to do the killing game together because of that one video from Rantaro. But I do know that the poison was left on that person's chair. Small bottle of poison has been added to your truth bullets section of your monopad. That person, yeah, Kokichi, obviously. Is that a different visor? Actually, remember when Monokuma came back from being crushed by the Exazil? He said that ending the game is about outwitting the mastermind. No, I don't remember that. But sure. This is the vice we wore on our heads. Okay. So why would we look at two visors? Okay. We're gonna check the body and then we'll talk to people. Miu's hands are clasped around her neck as if she was gasping for air. Her eyes are wide open in panic. She must have suffered quite a bit. Ew, that is one grody face. Miu must have suffered a lot. A vulgar death fit for a vulgar bitch. Stop, Kokichi. Even if you're joking, that's too far. You're right. You should never speak ill of the dead, no matter how much you hated them. Even if she was a despised, pathetic, dirty cum toilet of a person. I suppose I'll never get Kokichi to change. But what's Miu's cause of death? It doesn't say in the Monokuma file. We can't escape poison being brought up in Danganronpa. Yeah, of course. There is poison here, yeah. I mean, I thought about poison as soon as I saw the bar in Tsumugi's room. So, like, I went, poison. Someone's gonna die of poison this time. And then later on, I found Shuichi's lab, and it was also filled with poison. I wanted to let you know, just in case it turns out to be a clue. I was the one to log out and find Miu's body. She was still wearing the helmet, and her body was contorting into this awful position. Maki later logged out after I did, and she helped me to take Miu's helmet off. And then she was gone. Is that a confession? How is that a confession? Anyway, the question is the cause of the death. What caused her to suffer like this? Miu's corpse. Was that it? Near Miu's body. Miu's hands are clasped around her neck as if she was gasping for air. Tsumugi's definitely sus because she told us she saw Miu right before she died. True. But also I believe that someone was fucking with the code in the thing. And who better to fuck with the code and pretend to be someone else than the ultimate robot himself? Even though he says he doesn't like sci-fi tech. The person who found Mio's body was Kibo, first to log out. He said that she still had the helmet on her head at the time. What could have caused her to suffer like this? What was the cause of death? Uh, poison? Alright, let's start talking to everyone. Let us start with Tsumugi and then move on to the left. It ended up like this after all. I had a bad feeling ever since I thought I saw Miu from the dining room window. You thought you saw Miu? Yeah, I told Shuichi about it. There's a small window in the dining room. Maybe 10 minutes ago I looked through it, and I thought I saw Miu. Oh, so you saw Miu then. I thought I must have been mistaken, since she should have been by the chapel. You're only saying you were mistaken, so you don't have to feel as guilty. Huh? If you had been positive it was Miu, then you could have done something sooner. You could have presented her death, you know? That's just speculation, Kokichi. You can't judge in hindsight. Oh, we went a little off topic there. Anyway, I wanted to ask you something. What did you do after you thought you saw Miu? I thought I was mistaken, but it really bothered me, so about 10 minutes later I told Shuichi, and while we were talking about it... Bang. Ah. What was that sound? It sounded as if something was struck very hard. It came from outside, but... We heard a loud noise and rushed out into the entrance hall. For now, let's go check outside and check... Oh no. There's also the mystery of how Kaito disappeared from the rooftop. Yeah, and who better to do that than the ultimate robot, Kibo. That was Kibo's voice, right? I think I heard him outside. He sounded close. Although it also seems that it's probably connected, like the chapel and the mansion are connected in like the same loading zone for some reason. Especially through that painting or something. Kibo's voice, huh? Wasn't he at the chapel? He was, but Tsumugi and I were positive it was his voice. We heard Kibo from the entrance hall when he should have been at the chapel. What? That's weird, because you shouldn't be able to hear anything between the chapel and mansion. Even Miu said that. Yeah, you can't hear anything at all while you're inside the map loading point. You're right. The sound shouldn't reach through the map loading point. So how did we hear Kibo's voice? How were we able to hear Kibo at the mansion if he was in the chapel? Maybe someone's lying. Lying? By the way, Kokichi, did you hear the loud noise or Kibo's voice at all? I'm not sure. I must have not noticed because I was too busy searching. You're lying to his face. Kaito? Kaito, you keep interrupting me when I talk. Do you like me or something? Who would like you, dumbass? I was interested in Shuichi's conversation. My conversation? You heard Kibo's voice when it should have been impossible. Can you tell me more about that? Well, what I said before was pretty much everything. Who's best remaining character? Maki, Kibo, Kaito, or Ganta? Alright, yeah, sure. We can suggest a poll, see if any lurkers wanna say a meme. Who polled? How many actual characters are there left? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. There's 8, but I can only make 5 responses. I will take the ones that you put in there, and I will add in Himiko. Because Tsumugi doesn't matter, and I already know you don't like Kokichi, so you don't want him in there. I'll allow additional points. Start poll. So yeah, just for a refresher for anyone who's lurking, this is Kaito. Gonta is perfect child. Keyboy is the robot. Himiko is the mage. Maki is the ultimate assassin. And Tsumugi doesn't matter. We saw Gonta as we left the mansion, and the 3 of us went to the river together. That's when we met up with Kokichi. And then we used the signboard that I found as a bridge. What about it, though? Did you notice anything? I suppose not. I see you're working hard. It looks as though you're starting to take this game seriously, Kaito. Shut up. Smokey's account has been added. Loud noise has been added. I mean, it obviously Pac-Man's. Like, the map obviously Pac-Man's because in the river. Because the sign went to the right and ended up on the left. Because that's how the river works. I've been wondering, what was this secret of the outside world that we were searching for anyway? That's true. We got sidetracked by Miyu's murder case. We never actually discovered what the secret was. We couldn't find anything at the chapel, and you found nothing at the mansion, right? No, Tsumugi and I didn't find anything. I didn't find anything either. That's probably the same with Kaito and Gonta, right? And knowing them, if they had found something, they would have told us right away. Yes, they would have, unlike you. Wow, Shuichi, did you hear that? The robot's being sassy with me. Did you know robots don't need warm blood to function, so they become cold like this? That's why he's more concerned about the secret of the outside world than poor Miyu. He told us he couldn't even cry if we wanted to. He went so far to stage his dramatic reaction. That's not true. I'm hoping we can discover the truth too. You're a pretty advanced robot. You can be sassy and make excuses. You don't have to be so wary of me. I'm keeping an eye out in case Kaito tries to bother you. Don't take it the wrong way, though. I'm not trying to replace Kaito as your partner, okay? Oh, Maki Roll has won. Everyone agrees. Maki Roll is best character. I normally would choose Himiko, but Maki Roll is pretty great. I'll help you as much as I can. So where are you going to investigate now? What is he trying to do? Why does he insist on following me around? Maki was working on the computer, her hand moving the mouse around rapidly. You know how to work that computer, Maki? No, not really. I've never used this program before either. I see. I imagine that would be difficult to understand unless you were an expert. But I did find the text file regarding this program. It has information about the program's basic features, but other than that, not much info. Oh, so what did it say? You don't want to tell me, at least tell it to Shuichi. According to this text file, the Killing Game Simulator used a certain program as a base. It's called Neo World Program. Neo World Program? Never heard of it. In this Killing Game Simulator, objects can't break. Your body's 5 senses are connected to your avatar, and your avatar cannot be harmed. But any damage inflicted on your avatar will be transferred to your body in the real world. That matches what Miyu told us. If your avatar receives fatal damage, then your real body will die from shock. From shock? Oh, this is the first time we're hearing about this. If someone receives a fatal injury in the virtual world, then they die in the real world. Well, your 5 senses are connected to it, so it makes sense you'd feel the same amount of pain. So it wouldn't be too surprising if you died from the fatal injury. But the more important question is, why did Miu keep such an important detail a secret? That is strange. I have no idea why she wouldn't mention such an important detail. Did she hide that from us on purpose? That's all it says about the virtual world's basic features. The rest of the virtual world is the same as the real world, including the laws of physics. Warps and special transportation like mounts do not exist. Warps don't exist? Are you sure? Or is it because the world is round? So you can only move around using your avatar. She should have added warps and mounts to the virtual world. That's all it says in the text file. Thank you, Maki. That was very helpful. Killing Game Simulator. But is the info in this text file correct? What do you mean? I'm not doubting you or anything, Maki, but I'm just saying the file could have been rewritten. It's possible someone rewrote the original info with false info, you know? But to determine that, you would need extensive knowledge of computers. This looks like a job for me. What? Huh? Don't get in our way. I won't get in the way. In fact, I want to help you with... I want you to let me help with the investigation. Help with the investigation? Monotaro, what are you saying? Come on, please. Wouldn't you let me help with the investigation? Ever since I forgot I'm bad with computers, I'm good with computers now. That logic doesn't make any sense. You can't, Monotaro. We're not allowed to help as the participants. As mascots, we gotta stick to that rule. I don't give a fart about the rules. I want to help everyone. I want to avenge my dead mommy. Your mommy? You mean you? No, Monotaro, you've forgotten again. You've forgotten that she's not our mother. And you've forgotten about the important person you need to protect. Shut up, you pig. I'm busy avenging Mommy's death. How sad. But it looks like this is goodbye. I love you, but there's someone I need to protect. Goodbye. See, the joke is that she's a bear. Alrighty then, let's do this. Do what? I don't care either way. If you want to help, then that's fine. True, I suppose. Thanks, I'll do my best for Mommy's sake. Wait, perhaps we should... He's doing his best for his dead mommy. I'm so touched. Alright, fine. I'll leave it to you then. I suppose I have no choice. Alright, I'll start analyzing the computer right away. I've already analyzed a few things. Already? But the text file is consistent with the original program. It doesn't look like it was altered. Also, I found this too. This looks like the information of when everyone logged in and out. There's no sign that this was altered either. It's definitely accurate information. Can you show it to me? Himiko, Tsumugi, Kaito, Kibo, Shuichi login, Maki login, Kokichi, Gonta login, Miu login, Kaito logout, Kibo logout, Himiko logout, Maki logout, Gonta logout, Tsumugi logout, Shuichi logout, Kokichi logout. The only one that supposedly is logged out is Kaito. Like during the time of death. It really does have everyone's login and logout information is recovered. Aside from Miu, everyone has logged in and out once. Then it would appear that no one secretly logged out and then logged back in. Then my main concern becomes Kaito. He logged out ahead of us. No, it couldn't be him. Login, logout record. Also, there's something else I noticed while I was analyzing the program. Looks like it was some part of the program that were rewritten. The program to be rewritten? Obviously, Miu is the only person capable of doing that. So which files did she rewrite and which did she change? I'll analyze that, of course, but it's gonna take some time. Well, as long as it's done by the class trial, then Shuichi should be able to avenge Miu. He's just saying whatever he pleases. Alright, then I'll keep on analyzing the crap out of this program. You're so reliable. Yeah, way more than you. Kaito. Shuichi, I gotta explain, just so you don't misunderstand. Explain what? You're talking about how you logged out by yourself, right? Okay, let's hear it then. Why are you... Feel free to lie, of course. Exposing lies is the real pleasure of this game, after all. Huh? What? Kaito, just ignore him and talk to me, okay? About the whole logging out thing, I don't really get it myself. When I was looking for the secret of the outside world on the rooftop, a circle lit up under me. I was suddenly sucked in, and before I knew it, I was logged out. The same thing happened when I used the phone to log out. How did that happen on the roof? And what happened after you logged out? Everyone else was still logged in, but I didn't know if it was okay for me to log back in. So I just went back to my room and slept. Since it was dawn, I was pretty tired. And the body discovery announcement woke you up? Yeah, that's right. I heard it and rushed back here. Do you remember what condition Miu's body was in when you logged out? Nah, I didn't pay attention to that, so I don't know. You didn't notice anything wrong? Like whether she was dead or not? Like I said, I don't know. Okay, sorry. So I just need to object to that contradiction in the testimony, right? I said I'm not lying. Tell him, Shuichi. No, Shuichi, in order to find the truth, you can't be biased. Kaito's account. Gonta, are you alright? You're still depressed about Miu? Come on, don't be such a Debbie Downer. Oh, Gonta, I want to know what you think. Rare, I know, but who do you think the culprit is? Gonta not know. Murder already happened when Gonta wake up. But why this happen? Why Miu killed? Gonta not understand. Gonta not understand anything. But Gonta frustrated and sad. Gonta no could protect Miu. He seems all over the place right now. Aw, oh, man. I can't think at all when he's like this. But Gonta doesn't seem to be lying. I'm pretty sure he's telling the truth. Well, I guess a big dum-dum like Gonta doesn't have the brains to lie in the first place. Don't talk about him like that. I'm so disappointed in you, Gonta. When I first met you, I thought you'd be more useful. Sorry. Gonta's so sorry. Gonta's sorry he no could protect Miu. Gonta. If you feel that bad about it, then stop blaming yourself. Help us find the culprit instead. This is the culprit's fault anyway, so pull yourself together and help us, okay? Okay. Gonta understand. Gonta do his best to find culprit. Gonta definitely do his best this time. Yep, now that's the spirit. Now Kokichi is encouraging him? I really don't know what Kokichi is thinking. I never thought Miu would be killed. When I saw her avatar there not moving, I thought maybe, but... That's right, you saw Miu's avatar in the virtual world and stopped moving. Me, Kibo, and Maki all found her avatar. Can you tell me any more details about that? We were looking for the secret of the outside world at the chapel. Miu was too, right? No, Miu volunteered to look around the outside of the chapel, so she wasn't with us. Miu volunteered to look around outside? We searched, but we couldn't find anything. Then, right when we started to get tired, all of a sudden we heard a really loud noise. That must have been the sound I heard as well. Something must have hit the wall of the chapel really hard. We felt it all the way from inside. Something hitting the chapel wall? So we all rushed outside to check the side of the chapel, and we found Miu's avatar. That's when you went to log out and check Miu's real body, correct? But when we went to the river, the bridge was gone for some reason. Then we were standing around wondering what to do. You guys showed up. I see. Thank you. That testimony sounded important, especially about how they couldn't have crossed the river. Because if they weren't able to cross the river, then no one could have gotten between the mansion and chapel. And this helps us narrow down the people who could have come into contact with Miu. Who could have come into contact with Miu at the chapel? The events of the chapel has been added. I suppose I've investigated everything that I can here. Are you done investigating the crime scene? So do you know who the culprit is yet? Ah, no. This might not actually be the crime scene. Yes, injuries in the virtual world could be fatal in the real world. meaning there's a possibility she was killed in the virtual world, which means the next area to investigate should be the virtual world. We should go in there again. Huh? I just read your mind, didn't I? Did I? Right? If that's the case, then I'm coming too. Oh, great, he's coming? You must really like me, huh? Say whatever you want. I don't have time to waste on you. If we go back to the virtual world, we might find some new clues. With those, I might be able to clear my name. May I join you as well? I also think we should investigate the virtual world again. Why don't we all go? Oh, so I get to be that avatar again? Huh? Did you actually like being the avatar after all? I'm going to stay here. He's still in the middle of analyzing the program. Going to search this place some more. There's no time to be sleeping. That's not... Well, that's fine. Then I'll stay here too. What? Surprise? Are you gonna get lonely without your partner? But I'm busy too, you know? I have to watch Maki in case she tries to do anything deceitful. Deceitful? Well, you and Kaito are pretty close, so you might do something deceitful for him, right? Good thing Gonta is here with me. Your glare is too scary to handle alone. Gonta would risk his life to protect me from a murderer. Huh? Hey, if you keep saying messed up crap like that, I'm gonna kick your ass into orbit. It's fine. Just ignore him and hurry to the virtual world. Kaito, let's focus on solving this case for now. Fine. Thank God. I don't like violence. The ultimate supreme leader would rather sneak around. So anyway, I'll leave the virtual world to you, Shuichi. But I'm not exaggerating when I say this class trial can only be solved by you, okay? Your talents can save these useless people here, you know? Who are you calling useless? Enough already. Kaito, let's go. Kaito, Kibo, Himiko, Tsumugi, and I prepare to enter the virtual world. We picked up our helmets once again, sitting in the same seats as before. We place the devices on our heads, and flip the switch. This game has not had audio, and no one told me. Oof. Welcome to the New World program. Oh, it's my avatar. Look, my avatar. So you liked it after all. No. So we're back here. 100%. Apparently, we always arrive in this room when we log in. Miyu said that logging in and out isn't possible unless we're in this room. Then, how did I get logged out while I was on the rooftop? Yes, we need to investigate that area too. First, we're going to check Miyu's avatar, right? I think your avatar is still near the chapel. Then let's head down to the chapel. I should check the map before I head to the chapel. 2 maps on the wall, one of the mansion, one of the world. I'll check the map of the mansion first. First floor has the salon, the dining room, kitchen, and bathroom. Second is the room. We split up when looking for the secret of the outside world. Kokichi had the salon, Tsumugi in the dining hall, Kaito the roof, and Gonta the outside. This is the map of the entire virtual world. The world is surrounded by walls in all 4 directions. There's a loading point in the middle of the map, split in 2. No sight or sound can pass through the map loading point. To get from the mansion to the chapel, you have to go through this point. You also have to cross the river that runs parallel to it. That's how this world is designed. It's strange. I feel as though there's some secret to this. This map was made by Miyu. Is that what's bothering me?
Hey, Shuichi.
I understand. Looking at maps makes you feel calm, doesn't it?
Huh?
Huh? You're the type of kid who stares at maps alone instead of playing at recess, aren't
No.
you? Ah, I never did anything like that.
Shuichi!
Don't forget we're here for you, bro.
Indeed.
You're not alone anymore.
That's fine.
You don't need to withdraw into a shell, you know?
Hmm.
I'm so proud of you. You made friends with real people, not maps.
That's wrong.
I'm investigating. Just investigating. Oh, Shuichi, could you please come with me? What happened? I found something strange. I don't know if it's relevant to the case, but I want to hear your opinion regardless. It's right this way. This is toilet paper, right? Why would it be in a place like
That's
this?
right.
It's cold here.
Huh?
Huh?
Which means...
My initial thought was that someone may have come here to defecate.
No.
Ah, no, I don't think that's it. I don't think the avatars have bowel movements. I don't have to go at all.
Huh?
I didn't realize that. That never occurred to me, as I do not need to expel solid waste in the real world. I'm sorry.
Ah,
Ah, wait.
but...
It's still strange. Why would toilet paper be in a place like this? Could it be related to the case?
Hey, so...
Hey, isn't that the signboard that Miyu threw in the river? Whoops, my hand slipped.
You know...
It's not some other signboard, right? She said there's one of them.
No.
It's definitely the same. I brought it back from the one that was stuck on the rocks in the river. Oh, so that's what happened. There is something bothering me. The rocks on the signboard that the signboard got caught on weren't on the chapel side of the map. They were on the mansion side. What about that bothers you? It just got washed from the chapel to the mansion, right? From the chapel to the mansion? That's odd. The flow of the river.
Shuichi!
Hey, think later, bro. Let's get moving. Alright, for now, we need to investigate the scene.
As I thought.
The scene of the crime has not been altered since I found her.
So...
So there's no possibility that someone tried to tamper with the crime scene afterwards. Yeah, that's for sure. It's just like how we left it. I'm pretty confident in my memory. I memorized a magic spell that would take a whole year just to chant.
What?
If you think I'm lying, I could start the chant right now, you know.
Unfortunately...
No thank you. I do not think I could wait a whole year. A logged out avatar disappears, but if the real body dies, the avatar remains unchanged.
Actually,
Look at all this stuff scattered around here. What happened here?
Please.
That's what we're trying to start investigating right now. Isn't that right, Shuichi?
Okay.
Right. This is a hammer. Why would there be a hammer in this world? I rewrote the program to delete all dangerous objects that can be used as weapons. Miu said she deleted dangerous objects. I can't believe she'd miss a hammer. Was Miu lying? But why would she lie? Is this a cell phone? There are cell phones in this world? But what could they be for?
No.
Ah, that's it. It's a phone, so... A cell phone? Can't believe there's something like that here. Kaito, perfect timing. I'd like you to help me out with something. I just want to test something
Come
out.
on, man.
Help you out.
Of course.
Of course. I'd never say no to a favor from my sidekick. Thank you, Kaito. So, what do you need me to do?
All right.
Ah, you don't have to do anything. You just have to stand here. Huh? I'm just gonna stand here? Kaito Momota.
I knew it.
He logged out, just like I thought. This can be used to log out, just like the phones in the salon. And this proves it doesn't have to be the person themselves. If you just say their name, you can log out anyone you like. I see. Thanks to Kaito's help, I'm starting to pin this down. Yeah, that was pretty obvious. I bet Kaito was pretty surprised when he logged out all of a sudden. I should apologize for that later. Is this a piece of lattice? Why is this here? It is a mysterious object. It's a wooden mat. It used to be common in bathrooms.
eh?
I didn't see anything like that at the chapel. Where did it come from? Not from the chapel? Then why is it here? I just figured it out with my magic. Huh? You did?
See.
Maybe someone used that instead of the signboard to cross the river. That someone is the culprit. I don't think so. The river's current is pretty fast. Even if you did use it to cross, there's no reason it would be here. I know that. I was just testing you a little. Why would you want to test me? But what does this mean? What's something like that doing here? I'm not positive why this lattice is left here, but I'm sure that it must have something to do with the case. Okay. Mew's avatar is frozen, collapsed in the snow. A logged out avatar disappears, but if the real body dies, the avatar remains. Makes sense for a killing game simulator. The body disappeared and we couldn't investigate. The avatars never show injuries, so they stay the same. She still looks almost alive.
But
Her face is so pretty here, isn't it? Hard to believe she's dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
actually,
Oh, that reminds me, you can't leave footprints in the snow, can you? It looks that way. This is a killing game simulator. It's probably because footprints in the snow would make finding the culprit easy. So the snow probably isn't a clue for this case.
Hey.
Hey, Himiko, can you tell me more about when you found Mew one more time? We were looking for the secret of the outside world at the chapel, but since Mew volunteered to check outside the chapel, she was separated from us. A while after we started the search, we heard a really loud sound outside. Something must have hit the wall of the chapel really hard. We felt it all the way out from outside. Something hit the chapel wall? So we all rushed outside to check the side of the chapel. We found Mew's avatar. And then we all tried to go to the mansion to log out and check Mew's real body. But when we got to the river, the bridge was gone for some reason. Then, while we were standing around wondering what to do, you guys showed up. Thank you. Got it. There must be some clue in that account. What's wrong, Kiva? Is something bothering you? I just remembered something. I think the whispering I overheard might be relevant to this case. You heard whispering? Yes, I did not intend to eavesdrop, but I did hear it. Shortly before we gathered at the chapel and dispersed to begin searching. Oh yeah, before we split up, I want to ask you something, Mew. It would seem Kokichi and Mew had made plans to meet each other. Meet each other? Kokichi was confirming the specific place they were supposed to meet. I couldn't hear the whole conversation, but I'm certain the rooftop was mentioned. Then, those two met on the rooftop? But it's strange, right? If they were planning to meet at the mansion's rooftop, why did Mew volunteer to search the area around the chapel?
Right.
That is true. If they were meeting on the roof, she would have wanted to search the mansion. Either way, she shouldn't have been able to get to the rooftop. She was searching the area around the chapel, which is where we found her avatar. And with no bridge to cross the river, she could not have gone from the chapel to the mansion. That's true. Something is strange about all this. Okay, I finished my investigation of this area.
Shuichi.
Shuichi, it would seem that the time that we're finished investigating this place.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, there's something I wanted to ask. Can our avatars hide objects? It seems like you can put stuff in your clothes here too, just like the real world. I see, just like the real world. So, what are we gonna do next? Are we going back to the real world already? Before that, there's one more place I have to investigate. The mansion rooftop.
As I thought.
Very well then. The place Mew and Kokichi were supposed to meet. The place Kaito logged out. I'm positive it has something to do with the case. There should be clues there. I don't really get it, but if you want to investigate, then let's go do that, Shuichi. Yeah, you're right. Oh, that was a lot of hits. Shuichi, everyone is counting on you, including myself. Please give the class trial everything you've got and see us through to the end. Oh, and I'll do my best as well, of course. And I as well. I can at least do that. I'm a detective after all. No longer an apprentice. Hey, Shuichi, what was that all about?
Sorry.
Ah, Kaito, I'm so sorry. I just wanted to see if you could log out using the cell phone.
Jeez.
Then tell me first. That was bad for my heart. I suddenly got logged out. I panicked and rushed back here.
Okay.
Ah,
Stop it.
sorry. Come now, that's enough. Don't interfere with the investigation. It wasn't interfering. Wait, why did you guys come back here? Did you already finish investigating? I wanted to investigate the roof next. Huh? What's important about the rooftop? Wasn't Miu at the chapel the whole time? We found her on the ground next to it.
Oh,
Now, let's believe in Shuichi's reasoning.
it'll be okay.
Shuichi can do it for sure. He's the ultimate detective after all. If you're gonna be like that, then do whatever you want. Investigate the rooftop or whatever. But Shuichi is my sidekick. In other words, his deductions are my deductions. And my deductions are his.
Hey now.
What are you, some credit-stealing bully? Well, I'm gonna investigate Miu's avatar since I got her interrupted last time. Sorry.
Well then.
Well then, let's go to the rooftop. Yeah, we should. Miu and Kukichi were supposed to meet on this very rooftop. And the person in charge of searching this area, Kaito, was forcibly logged out. This area must have something to do with the case. It's a little different than how I remember. It feels as if something was missing. It feels as if something was missing, but I wasn't paying close attention the first time, so I don't remember. Oof. I also wasn't paying enough attention the first time. The rolled up carpet's still there.
Hmm.
What's wrong, Himiko?
Okay.
When murders happen in a mansion in the snow like this, there are always locked room mysteries created by piled up snow. Isn't that right? But it's so disappointing you can't leave footprints in the snow in this world. Is that something to be disappointed about? It may not be directly connected to the case, but I should inspect these binoculars. I can see that this building is on top of a hill, but I can't see past this point because of the map loading point. That is strange. Why would the map loading point be right in the middle of the world? Something doesn't seem right. Oh, Miu changed the map loading point. Kibo, did you find anything? This is difficult. There's nothing here that seems to resemble a clue. But Miu should have arranged a meeting with Kokichi here. I thought we could at least confirm whether or not she really came to the rooftop, but unfortunately there are no clues which indicate that. Did Miu ever come to the rooftop? That is an important question. Hey Kibo, I want your opinion on something. Do you think you can get up and down from this roof from outside the mansion? No, that would have been very difficult. This rooftop is rather high. Even the edges of the roof is roughly the height of 3 to 4 story building.
You're right.
Yes, certainly too high to jump,
As I thought.
which means it would have been impossible to climb up from outside. That means the only way to this rooftop is the stairs. I see.
Hey.
What's wrong, Tsumugi? Look at the doorknob. It's locked.
Ah.
Ah, it is. It's a thumb lock. Easy to lock. It seems you can't lock it unless you're on the outside. And look, the keyhole's on the other side of the door. Isn't it usually the other way around? Not necessarily. I've seen this before, to prevent you from locking yourself out.
I see.
Is that so? This rooftop has a lock on the door. That is important information. I've inspected everything here. Now that all that's left is... Oh, there you are. I was looking for you.
Huh?
Maki? Where are you here? I thought you were analyzing the program.
I told you.
Monotaro finished analyzing the program, so he told me to gather everyone. You finished?
Shuichi!
We should probably head back then. Our investigation here is pretty much done, right? Yeah, you're right. I've investigated everything I need to.
Shuichi!
Well then, I'll head back first.
I don't wanna.
I don't wanna say goodbye to my avatar. Did you like it that much?
Then.
We should go too.
Hey.
What's wrong?
Ew.
Well, you're definitely more reliable in a fast trial than out. All the others think so too. What?
Well,
I'm not trying to sound like Kaito, but I don't think you should carry all the burden alone. You're Shuichi Saihara. Before you're a detective, don't ever forget that. Well, I shouldn't be talking. I threw away my identity as Maki Harukawa to be an assassin.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maki. Was she being considerate just now? Alright, here's my theory. Someone pushed Miyu from the top of the roof, and she slid down with such force that she ended up on the other side, because the map Pac-Man's. So the actual map doesn't, like, the map has been moved, where it used to be that there was a fucking Pac-Man on one side, and Miyu must have moved it to be in the center of map instead. So she was able to just Pac-Man her way over here if she didn't use the map from the bathroom as a ladder. But I'm thinking she was up here, like she sent Kaito out, and Kokichi was planning to meet up with her here, but Kokichi actually told someone else that he was going to meet up. Either that or it's Kibo. Kibo could have heard it, followed Miyu, but no, Kibo was with the others, supposedly. So maybe it wasn't Kibo. Anyway, someone pushed her from the top. She slid off the roof with such force that she went on the other side of the map and smacked into the wall. Because she wasn't in the loading zone, it didn't stop her or slow her fall or anything. That's my crazy crackpot theory. Crackpot? Sure. It's just you and me. We should log out too. By the way, did something happen between you and Kaito? What?
well,
When he logged out a little while ago, he looked like he was in a bad mood.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. It's probably my fault. Shuichi Saihara. Ah. I pulled the device off my head, and the real world appeared before me.
Shuichi!
Well, Shuichi, isn't the real world way better than some virtual reality? Anyway, I felt so lonely without you around. Apologize for making me feel so unloved. Hey, there's something I wanted to ask you. Huh? I totally didn't draw anything on your tummy while you were logged in, okay?
It's
What?
a lie.
I'm kidding. So what was it you wanted to ask? You planned to meet up with Miyu on the roof, right? Did you end up meeting her? Oh, so you know about that, Shuichi. Impressive, Mr. Ultimate
Okay.
Detective. Then I'll tell you what happened. I never met up with Miyu. I couldn't get to the rooftop because it was locked. Locked? After, I gave up and went back to the saloon to search for the secret of the outside world. Is that true, Kokichi? Huh? Are you doubting me? Can someone verify that they were at the saloon? Can someone verify that you were at the saloon the entire time? Did you meet anyone there? No, I don't have a witness.
Right?
But you can always say there's no witnesses who can prove I wasn't there.
Hey!
Unless you saw the saloon empty yourself.
Anyway,
Well, it's up to you whether you want to believe me or not.
Shuichi!
But you shouldn't doubt me like that. We're partners. Which one is it? Did Kokichi meet with me or not? Is he lying or telling the truth? I think he's telling the truth. Which is it? I've been waiting for you, Shuichi. I'm sure Maki already told you, but I finally finished analyzing the program. I'm starting to put together a lot of important facts, so here they are. He really is trying to be our friend, a little bit at least. First, the person who tampered with the program was Mommy, like we suspected. Mommy has an eccentric way of writing her code, so I knew it was her right away. I guess her personality wasn't the only eccentric thing about her. So, what did she tamper with? A few things, but I'll share the first one with you.
So,
Looks like Mommy deleted a lot of objects from this killing game simulator. She said that she deleted anything that can be used as a weapon. But in that case, why is there a hammer? That's true. Only the hammer was left. But why was it left, Oh, Miyu was planning on killing someone, and it was going to be Kibo. Or, it was going to be, Kokichi. That's why they were going to be meeting up. Miu was going to kill Kokichi. So that's why she left just a hammer, and that's why she had the cell phone. The way the program was written, it makes it seem like she did it on purpose. On purpose? Did she add anything? We found a cell phone in the virtual world. No, the cell phone was an original feature of the program. That implies Miu hid that fact from us, which means all Mommy added were the 2 maps. The rest were already part of the program. By the way, while we're talking about objects, I wanted to ask you something. We used the signboard to cross the river, but could we have used something else as a bridge? I didn't really see anything that could have been used as a bridge to cross the river. So only the signboard could have been used as a bridge. So, what's the next thing she tampered with? Well, it looked like she also tampered with certain parameters of the program. Parameters? Everything in the program is categorized as either a human or a non-human object. Of course, everyone's avatar was assigned the human parameter. But for some reason, Mommy gave her avatar the non-human object parameter. And what happens when you become an object? Well, the difference is only for identification purposes, so it probably didn't affect anything. But if it didn't affect anything, then why would she have gone out of her way to do that? Perhaps that has something to do with the next thing she tampered with. Mommy added a wall that didn't originally exist in the program. Between the 2 maps. The coordinates of the virtual world are represented on this X and Y axis. And it seems Mommy added a wall that runs the length of the Y axis. She created an additional wall? There were walls in addition in all 4 directions, and 2 downs and down the Y-axis.
Hey.
But you're positive there was only one?
Okay.
Yep, it's definitely the only one. What does that mean? Which wall was the one Miu added? Also, objects are immune to the wall that she added. What was the world originally like? Miu said there wasn't anything past the wall. Was that another lie? Also, it looks like that extra wall was given a special setting. A setting that allows non-human objects to pass through it. Okay, so it's definitely the right wall that she created. I see. That's very interesting. So, are those all the things she tampered with? Ah, there's one more thing. So, one of you guys also had a strange setting given to their avatar. A strange setting? Yeah, the setting made it so that they would be unable to move if Mommy touched them. So if Miu touched them, their avatar would be paralyzed? Who was it? Ah, it was Kokichi. Eh? It's me? I didn't know that at all. Well, duh, I wouldn't know. I never touched Miu in that world. I see. I didn't even notice. Yeah, Miu was planning on killing Kokichi like I had suspected. That's all I have to report. Well, do you think it'll help you guys out? That helps a lot. Thanks. Miu's avatar has been updated in the truthful section. Wall added by Miu. Setting on Kokichi's avatar. Oh, I should probably tell you this too, though it's probably not related to the case. Some sort of avatar user error occurred while you all logged in for the first time. An error? The contents of the error are unknown, so I can't provide any details, but something strange definitely happened to someone's avatar when you all logged in. I don't think anyone's avatar was acting strange, though. What kind of error could it be? That's important information. Avatar error. Someone had their blue and red cords fixed. Ding dong, bing bong, fuck your life. Okay, everyone, time for the class trial. You know,
Where everyone stands in a circle and talks about the dead body. Low energy? Me? No, I'm excited. I'm just taking a little break right now. When I'm done, I'll be my usual energized self. Yep, I'll be way more energized. Anyway, that's all.
You don't seem like you're not into it at all. We don't have to do the class trial, you know. But it's gonna start, huh? No can stop it anymore? No, we can't. This is all I can tell you guys, but I don't want any of you to forget. I'm your friend. Huh? You just decided we're friends? Thank you. Gonta feels relieved. Don't worry, Monotaro. Shuichi will get revenge for Mia's death.
So mean.
And he'll get that revenge by finding the culprit among us. Amogus! He's right. The culprit is someone here. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. When this class trial is over, I hope we can all get to know each other better. And that's the kind of line that triggers a death flag. I want to make a fresh start. I want to make up for the past mistakes. That too. Meeting you all has really... Sorry, it's nothing. I'll save it for after the class trial is finished. Yeah, the flag is rising. Huh? What was that? I think I heard something over there.
All right.
I'll go check it out all by myself.
So long. Farewell.
See, the joke is that he's a bear.
What did you say?
It's waving in the wind. Quit screwing around. Let's hurry up and go. Gonta do his best too. Gonta do his best to be even a little bit useful for everyone. I'm so excited. I'll definitely expose the culprit this time. What's so exciting about this? With conflicting emotions in our hearts, we headed to the Shrine of Judgment. Okay, bye Miyu. Alright, we're just gonna warp there. It looks like that's everyone. Oh, this everyone, huh? There are a lot less of us now.
Plain to see.
This is just half of what we started with.
Unfortunately.
Because we're not allowed because we've allowed this game to continue. We must stop it somehow. Though we can't stop now. We can't let the fun end. Cut it out. I am certain this trial will be the last one. Let's focus on surviving this class trial first. You're right. If we mess up here, our numbers will go down even quicker. I'd just be the culprit left. It'd just be the culprit left. That might be okay. Maybe that's just another way to stop the killing game. If we all die, then the killing game would end. Don't say stupid crap like that. It's pointless if we all die. Well, we don't have to worry. We've got the ultimate detective on our side. Yeah, it's time for the detective to shine. Shuichi, please keep up the good work.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do my best. Yes, I have to keep it together. This is the only time my talent can shine. I'm not just saving my life. Everyone's life is on the line. If I can't find the truth here, everyone will be sacrificed. And I will never let that happen.
Come on.
Hey, Shuichi, you're getting all tense. What?
I mean,
Didn't I tell you before? Shuichi, don't carry the burden. Oh.
Get it?
And didn't I tell you before not to get in the way, Kaito? Huh? What's your problem?
Really don't get it.
We're all relying on Shuichi to carry our asses in this class trial, okay? You're like a parrot repeating the same lines over and over. You're bothering him. I think that's the most annoying thing you can do to Shuichi. You know that?
Huh?
What do you mean? I'm not.
Shut up.
Kokichi, you're annoying.
Please don't.
Whoa, killer girl's glaring at me. I was only kidding around. Maki's glare seemed to do the trick as Kokichi turned around, dejected.
jeez.
Finally, that pest is gone. Thanks, Maki Roll. Just suck it up, Kaito. Now's not the time to be bickering with each other. Ah, my bad. Sorry. Kaito, I'm okay.
Well.
Huh? I know what you want to say, Kaito. You don't have to worry.
I believe in you.
I see. In that case, I'll believe in you, and I won't say anything else.
Shuichi!
But if you have any problems, let me know. I'll help you. I'm here for you, bro. Thank you, Kaito. Alright, let's head down. Rumble, 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 ramble, ramble, ramble.
Let's do it.
Alright, let's go. Yeah. The 8 of us got into the elevator. The door shut behind us. And like all those times before, we descended. It was dead quiet. The only sound I can hear was the beating of my heart in my ears. My body was trembling. The more I tried to control it, the worse it got. There's no way to get used to it, really, the fear of death. We were all fighting it, trying to be courageous. We all felt as though we were going to our own execution. No, not an execution. A test of our will to survive. Finally, the elevator stopped and the doors opened. And though I couldn't explain it, my body stopped trembling. Go ahead and stand behind the podium. Behind any open podium. Dot, dot, dot. Move your asses. You don't want to see what I'll do to you if you keep father waiting. Wait, is he back to normal? Huh? You're not friend anymore? You jerks must be pretty slick using Monotaro's forgetfulness to befriend him. He just decided on his own that we're friends. But I won't let you guys trick Monotaro anymore, because he's already forgotten. He may have forgotten that he was on Daddy's side, but now he's forgotten that he had forgotten that he was on Daddy's side. Thanks to me, because I smacked the stuffing out of him. How confusing. Well, whatever.
Really?
I can't remember, but one of you guys is the culprit, right? I can't be in the same room as a killer. It's dangerous. I'm gonna lock myself in my room, maybe even set up a barricade. That's another death flag.
Anyway,
Let's get it started. The heart racing. What? We went to our podiums as usual. Sorry about that. Hold on. Back. Yeah. The heart racing excitement as the blackened and spotless face off. We went to our podiums as usual. We knew what we had to do. There was no one left to protect us. You're the number 1 Kokichi stan and have come to inform me that he's simply better. I don't know if you're the number 1 Kokichi stan. It's already the 4th time. Someone else in my chat is a pretty big Kokichi stan. They're not, I don't know if they're here right now, but they have, no, you have a poster on your wall right now? Okay, well then I guess you are. I guess that settles it, huh? The 4th class trial is about to begin. Miyuruma, the ultimate inventor. She may have given us a lot of trouble, but we all miss her. It's a tragedy after all. A poster on your wall and a figurine and a t-shirt. You know what? That settles it. You're the biggest, you are the number 1 Kokichi stan. You have to be. She helped me and Kaede through those cameras, gave Kibo extra functions. In the end, she had done a lot for us. And the culprit that killed her. He's one of us. He just makes the trials so chaotic. Without him, they'd be boring as fuck. I mean, hey, listen, he's grown on me, so you don't have to worry about that. Like I'm fine with Kokichi nowadays. And I will fight for it. Oh. What did I miss? In order to survive, I have to find the culprit, and I will fight for it. I will fight with truth and lies in this class trial. I think that's my favorite mechanic, is the lies. Yes, I would love to save. Yes. When he first insulted Miyu, it's when he became your favorite character, because you just knew he was going to be that energy. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I like Kokichi now. He's fine. I don't think he's the culprit this time. However, you did show up at the at the time when I was going to stop. Yeah, so I normally stop right before the class trial, especially since even though it says that I've only been streaming for an hour and a half, I was streaming for like 4 hours before that. Well, TBH, but W. Oh, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Alright, I will hydrate. I will hydrate before I go. Drink water before you go. Yes, yes, I will. Alright. Then we're going to raid someone that is playing Danganronpa 2. Actually, yeah, we'll see how they are. Hopefully they are good. Yeah, we're going to raid them. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. And hope everyone has a good day. If you want to follow the Twitter, that's where I auto notifications. If you want to join the Discord, you're more than welcome to. Facebook exists for some reason. My YouTube exists. So yeah, you can follow those socials if you so choose. And we will most likely be back to finish the trial tomorrow at let's say somewhere around 7-ish Eastern time.